Hi, my name is Ella Green. I'm from Miami, Florida, and with the help of my mentor, Holly, I was able to create a literature review on the topic of youth homelessness in the United States. In eighth grade, I partnered with two other students in my civics class for a protest project where we chose to protest homelessness. We created a GoFundMe page and raised money to make backpacks filled with essential supplies for the homeless. This is when my passion for helping the homeless began. In ninth grade, I co-founded the Help the Homeless Club, which was a continuation of my project from middle school. We made and distributed approximately 500 backpacks to the homeless community of South Florida. In 10th grade, the Help the Homeless Club partnered with Cadena International. Cadena's mission is to assist those who are in vulnerable communities and circumstances. This partnership allowed us to connect with other like-minded peers from other high schools in South Florida. The summer before 11th grade, I chose to write a research paper with Polygence. I decided to focus my attention on youth homelessness. Here are a couple of photos from a time when Cadena handed out backpacks to the homeless community of South Florida. In my research, I chose to dive deeper into the subcategory of homelessness labeled youth homelessness, as you already know. According to the U.S. Interagency Council on Homelessness, youth homelessness can be defined as those under the age of 21 who do not reside in a safe and secure home with a present guardian. My research addressed three major questions, which include which youth become homeless, the causes of youth homelessness, and the current housing solutions for homeless youth. Which youth become homeless? I found that youth who identify as LGBTQ+, Black, Indigenous, and people of color, BIPOC, and or American Indian and Alaska Native, AIAN, are far more susceptible to becoming homeless youth. Another large contributor to the youth homeless population is foster youth who age out of the foster care system due to the limited support they receive while transitioning out. What are the causes of youth homelessness? The leading cause of youth homelessness is physical, emotional, and or sexual abuse experienced at home by a youth's parent or guardian. The following terms indicate how a youth initially became homeless. The term throwaway youth is used for those who were told to leave home by their parent or guardian. On the contrary, runaway youth are those who chose to leave home without the knowledge of a parent or guardian. Lastly, doubly homeless are those who ran away from housing placements, typically those of child welfare. Regardless of the category or term in which a homeless youth may fall, the main cause of youth homelessness pertains to physical, psychological, and or sexual abuse occurring in one's living environment. What are the current housing solutions for homeless youth? Among the variety of housing solutions for homeless youth, the two mainly utilized today are housing first and rapid rehousing. First, the housing first philosophy believes that a homeless person must first be housed before receiving further assistance. This assistance includes anything from help with substance abuse to help with seeking employment. Housing first allows youth the opportunity to have a preference in regard to their housing placement to help encourage youth to make decisions, which is a very important skill that will be beneficial to youth once they're on their own in the real world. Rapid rehousing is a less costly solution to help combat youth homelessness. There are three main components to the rapid rehousing system, which include housing identification, which basically helps youth find safe and affordable housing. Next is rent and move-in assistance, which helps youth manage and pay for their new housing through security and utility deposits. And lastly is case management and services, which helps youth with both acquiring and sustaining their housing. Communities in both Ohio and Minnesota were among the first to implement rapid rehousing. These communities were inspired by the fact that simply housing the homeless in shelters does not end homelessness and can have a very negative impact on the lives of many homeless youth. What I learned from writing my Polygence research paper has further increased my passion for helping the homeless and has inspired me to take on my next big project. I will be creating a documentary where I will interview multiple homeless people living in a shelter in Miami. My ultimate goal in creating this documentary is to raise awareness on the topic of homelessness and get more people involved in helping this community. Thank you.